Dear my brothers and sisters, we won't leave Myanmar nations alone. Speaking at an event held at AK Party Istanbul branch on the occasion of Eid al-Adha, President Erdogan said, as the OIC 10 president, I have been making phone calls for the last 3 days to head of state regarding Myanmar nation. I have also called the United Nations Secretary General. I have spoken with them and urged sensitivity. The United Nations General Assembly will convene starting from September 19. We will raise this issue there in a much more different manner and exclaim this greatly to the entire world from the United Nations General Assembly. Playing the same game in different parts of the world, they have partitioned countries. The real goal of those who ballot through so-called internationalist approaches the nations of nation, flag, homeland, and state, which we try to voice at every opportunity, is to make our country and nation surrender. And also he said, playing the same game in the different part of the world. They have partitioned countries, the separate nations, and those have made everybody dependent on themselves. They are now attacking us with full force since our nation, together with its nation, has rejected to fall for this game, making an emphasis of one nation, one flag, one homeland, and one state. This is what annoys them. They said parallel state, but it didn't work out. They said parallel structure, and it didn't work out either. They talked about splitting our land, but it failed again. You should know that all of them will fail. We are disrupting one by one the traps set up by the hands of terrorist organizations. We are disrupting one by one. The traps they set up by the hands of terrorist organizations inside our country, we will continue to do so. We are going our best to foil the games tried to be staged in neighbor countries. Nor will we consent to these games in other countries too. We will maintain our struggle even in such geographies in Myanmar nation that seem far away from us in terms of distance, but in fact where a similar scenario is tried to be understood. Even if nobody speak up, we will. As the term president of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, I have been making phone calls for the last 3 days to heads of state regarding Myanmar nation. I have also called the United Nations Secretary General. I have spoken with them and urged sensitivity. The United Nations General Assembly will convene starting from September 19. We will raise this issue there in a much more different manner and exclaim this cruelty to the entire world from the United Nations General Assembly. We will also bring up this issue during our bilateral talks. Even if nobody speaks up, we will. Ancient Islamic civilization is tried to be eradicated. It is through provoking the Myanmar nations in whose face all the doors they knock on to save their lives are kept closed, are being, so to speak, encouraged to turn to radical terrorist organizations. Today, the terror designation has become a tool of exploitation that is employed to legitimize all the massacres, oppressions, and cruelties against Muslims. The ancient Islamic civilization is tried to be eradicated by the hands of numerous terrorist organizations ranging from ISIS, Daesh to Boko Haram, which are backed, armed, organized, and directed by the unknown and shadowy centers. The same thing is aimed at in Myanmar nation, Myanmar country as well. God willings, this bloody game will be foiled in Myanmar nation. Whoever turns a blind eye to the genocide is a party to the massacre. We won't leave Myanmar nation alone. We are well aware of the fact that the problem in Myanmar is a reflection of the global power struggle. None of the powers which want to take Myanmar or their side because of the strategic importance of the region takes deterrent steps to stop this crime against humanity. There is an ongoing genocide, and they remain silent to it. Not only the Myanmar nation, but other ethnic and religious groups are also under serious oppression, like Biafra. Whoever turns a blind eye to the genocide which is committed under the guise of democracy is a party to the massacre, like Biafran case too. We have to talk about Biafra in everywhere in the world. Thank you very much for your kind attention and the assistance and listening to me. With our best regard to my brothers and